All right. So, I'm back. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We are getting into the second half of Content and Creations. Episode 20 here. Well, the first half, things got a little bit salty. The teleport death bug is worse than ever. Twitter linkage completely broke. And, yeah. There's just been some general issues all along the way here. So let's hope that the second half here goes a little bit smoother. At least having consideration of what things are kind of broken right now. So, this awesomeness, we've got some amazing stuff in the Shatari neighborhood here. I don't even know what this is called. It's the suspended animation tomb. Nice. Oh, cool. It is a suspended animation tomb. Ah, that's really neat. Pirate oil. Oh man, you goofball. So what have you been working on? What's new in your neighborhood? I like that. That's stair stepping, alternating material. No, it isn't alternating. It's just stair stepping. Looks really, really cool. That's pretty cool. You actually get inside it. Yeah, you can. That's awesome. Oh, I see. So it is two different materials. Yeah. Neato. What a cool build. Look at the tomb a little bit closer even. These hinge looking things are one of the sci-fi props. You see it's the one with the little base. Oh, that's awesome. We got this one. It's like a space Egypt sort of thing going on, I guess. It's pretty cool. The upside down one also looks pretty cool. Is there that same viewing window? It's a slightly different design. Cool. Go inside and look at the skull. Yeah, I saw the skull from the outside. It's pretty cool. Saw the skull. Saw the skull. Oh, I thought it was chains. That's a snowflake in there. That's really cool. Pretty awesome. Large levy. Oh wait, let's try first. No, that's broken, so I'll just have to take my own manual screenshot. Okay. Kinda figured as much, unfortunately. Yeah, well, Stargate definitely had like a Egyptian sort of feel to it, with a lot of the aesthetic. Oh, I have to turn off my UI, otherwise it gets that too. Forgot about that. This would be a better screenshot to take then. I want to make sure that's not LOD'd to crap. Alright. Alright. Necron's monoliths. I don't know. I'd have to look at Necron stuff. I'm not as familiar. Alright. Let's look at a few more things while we're here. To Oil's awesome place. You know, I'll worry about the screenshot later. Let's actually check the place out first. Kind of areas starting to get buried by sand there. That's pretty cool. Some of the light panels still working. That looks really cool. That looks very, very techie right there. It's pretty awesome. Some stone kind of growing through. And this thing would have had to have been there for a long time for that to be going on. There, the transfer point for the track. That looks like a segment that's kind of just broken or pulled apart there. Yeah, it is a very nice technical build. There's a lot going on here. The rails just look fantastic, and you can see a lot of stuff. It's not just surface deep; it goes, way in the distance down there. Multiple layers of action going on. It really is pretty fantastic. Using the red flowers to give some of the lighting effects down there too. It's kind of an interesting way to go. Here's the train car itself, huh? That's pretty cool. Goes in both directions. Where you get in and get out from. Or is it? Where do you get in and out from this thing? I don't know. I ain't going anywhere now, though. It really is very, very much sci-fi and ruined, and it's just awesome. And I believe this was actually done for all the different biomes for the Ruins team up. I haven't actually seen these underground. I don't know if they're available down there yet, or if these were just two variations that were made just for the sake of doing it. Because why do one when you can do two? I think this is the non-ruin version, and then this is the version that's kind of more damaged and broken up here, which is really cool. That is a great way to do it. Oh, and we can go underneath here. Well, not quite. Oh, yeah, yes we can. And see the under rail sort of area here and some of the detail, and see a couple areas that are maybe a little off, but it's totally not something people will actually see. Alright. So that's cool, being able to actually see how it looks underneath here. And you can see that red light up on the other side here. Plants. It's pretty awesome. Let's see, did I get that one? Yes. And it is Lost Magrail. I'll have to post all of these on Twitter manually, which is fine. I think I still have to do episode 10 anyway, so I will I'll have to put all of those up. Alright. And then the last thing that was kind of interesting me was those ships in the distance. I kind of want to see those. Just real quick. Sci-fi ships. Oh, neat. An interesting concept. A ship made entirely of glass. Well, glass and plaster, I guess. Neat. Camera's really having a hard time in this place, not gonna lie. Cool Nut Man, how's it going? By the way, if anyone wants to know, you can actually make something that looks like a ship steering wheel. Just make a bunch of levers and make sure they all turn on and turn off synchronously, and it'll look like the entire thing's rotating back and forth at the same time. That's weird. I don't know what that piece is all about. Oh, I see. Kind of parts of the sail system. Or are they just little width indicators? I don't know. And what's it look like inside the ship? There we go. Pretty nifty. There's some cannons, because why not? You never know when you're gonna see sci-fi boat pirates. Neat. Oh, that's right. Stacks. Stealth frigate. There we go. Cool deal. What's this? Bob's Big Ship. Alright, we're gonna have to hold off for just a moment, Oil. It looks like we got another ship in the construction process here. The testing phase. Ooh! That little lumicite rod going through that glass looks nice! That's lovely. It's a dim lumicite, it looks like. Man. Very nice. I like the very circular, cylindrical kind of shape and form to it. Extremely science fiction-y in a good way. What do we have here? Is that some sort of hatch that doesn't open? Some windows. You get to see in, you get to see out. Yeah, about 20. Okay, you got it. We'll come back to here. Are we going for the mantis here? I'm guessing it's the mantis. So, after the show here, we're going to be going over to the Evercast show. And that starts at 5 p.m. Pacific.
Hey, are you in chat?
Yeah.
Cool, man. It'll be easier.
Yep.
Which? Alright. So basically, that's it, man. What I'll do is, can he give you a quick tour on the inside? On how I fire everything up, and show you kind of what some of the features are. It's almost done. I would say it's probably 95% there, 95, 98%.
Cool. Let me take off the extra lights here.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, and then that's something else I hope that we are able to ultimately have control over, is to turn off people's lights when they enter your claim.
Yeah.
So I guess we could just grapple up to the back here and get on top of it. Unless you want to look at the bottom. I mean, it's got a bunch of details and stuff.
Yeah, I do like what you've got going down here. Are these supposed to be guns or antennas and sensors?
Like antennas and sensors.
Is there just the one kind of center cannon there?
Well, that's the engine. Yeah, there's just one engine. This is the backside of the ship.
Oh.
Yeah, the front's over here. I know. I'm actually going to make another version where it's reversed, because it totally looks like this should be the back and that should be the front. But this is the front.
I think it'd be less confusing if you call it the lobster, actually.
Call it the what?
Lobster, because it's got kind of the lobstery back end, and then towards the front you got the two big pinchers.
Yeah, true. It was actually going to be called Scorpion, but I think Ajor called his the Scorpion, and I was just in general chat, and someone had said Riel, R-I-E-L-L-E. She had suggested mantis because it was a preying insect, you know. And that was kind of the reason for it. Outside of that, the name's small enough to fit on the backside.
Bullet shrimp would be another good one. Bullet shrimp or rainbow shrimp. Those things, you know, they punch forward at like near the speed of light, they create plasma for a split second when they strike.
Really?
Yeah, they actually create a spark underwater because they strike so quickly and so ferociously. They're awesome. Check them out.
That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. So over here, if you, this will open the hatch, my typical little round thing.
Yes.
And then it'll auto shut. And over here we have 4 levers. There's 2 big ones on the bottom. The left bottom one controls the power, so that'll turn on the lights and everything inside if you want to click that one. So the left bottom one.
Yeah, I clicked the mailbox by accident. I didn't notice you had one there.
And then the right one is power, but we don't engage that one now. And then if you look to the left on top of the console, where the monitor's at, there's 2 more. One of them is red alert. I mean, it's the same stuff that's in the other ship, but one's red alert, and there's your red alert. And the other one fires the 2 cannons at the same time.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, they look really cool from the outside. I'm going to put a switch out there so people can engage it from the outside because there's a build-up. There's 3 emitters, 2 red fire, a small red fire, a large red fire, and then the lava eruption.
Cool. So this one doesn't have the blast door shutter things like the other one does. Are you planning to put those in?
No, I've been trying to figure out how I can put some in. I think I could scale a ton of shutters down and make it happen. I'd have to line a lot of them up, but doing them large, because the ship is more streamlined, it doesn't have a lot of play. I mean, there's really no floor above us or below us. And in the other ship, I just used the wall space, essentially. In this one, there's not a lot of wall space, really, so... but that's something I'm going to work on because I would like to block it out. I mean, it sounds stupid, but it is kind of nice to have privacy.
Well, the other thing I was thinking was maybe this would have a different sort of thing that you've actually got like a kind of a half circle of water in front of it, and you have some lights kind of shining on it to make it look like a shield.
Oh, I meant to turn the other one on. Yeah, that would actually be cool. I have a thing I do where I'll use water as an entryway, and then I put a blue lumicide outline on the outside of it on both sides to kind of show that there's obviously a door there, but I use that as a force field. That's my version of a force field. So like imagine like a Battlestar Galactica, like a carrier where you have a ship coming in, or Star Wars, where they just dock, but no doors open, they just dock and everything's fine in the middle of space, and it's because they have a shield going on. So I use water for that, but you can't see through it, so yeah, I'm going to have to come up with something.
Well, actually, that's the fun thing. If you use spotlights on water or ice or glass, it actually does make it transparent.
That's true. That's right. I forgot about that. I know Cold Knight had made, if you haven't seen it already, he made a two-way mirror. Is that what they're called? Where you can only see through it on one side?
Yeah.
He used, I think, glass and I think water with some offset microvoxels, and it's really cool. I mean, it's pretty thin, but you can't see in from one side, and you go to the other side, you can see out just fine. It's pretty badass. So I might do something like that. I'm just still kind of in that idea stage. So, but
yeah.
That's a good idea though. I mean, because I did like the shield functionality of the other one, and I kind of wanted to do something like that, but I didn't design it into it. Which was kind of the downfall, I guess. I should have done that. The same with the doorway. I'm not ultimately happy with how the door works, but it was the last thing I added. So over here you have
the door on this one. You're saying?
I'm sorry?
You mean the door on this one or the door on the other one?
On this one. No, I love the door on the other one. But this one, it just, I mean, it doesn't bother me, but it kind of bothers me.
Well, let's take another look at it real quick. Where's it at? Oh, here it is.
The door? Oh yeah, it's up top. It's cool. I mean, when you turn it on, like these little things spin, and the button's over here on the left. And the ladder works. I mean, it's easy to navigate, you know. Well, unless you're a jackass like me.
I'm just looking at the space and wondering if a lower door would actually make more sense. I think where it's at, it makes the most sense for the type of ship that it is.
I did too, because it was kind of designed as a spaceship / submarine. So if you look at a lot of the features of it, like the propeller in the back, and but also something that'll fly in space, you know. And a lot of spaceships will do that, you know. But I wanted to kind of call out some features, and that's something I kind of like about the name, is that it has kind of that prey bug fighter jet feel, but it also has that water feel when you think Atlantis, Mantis and Atlantis, kind of the same, you know. So, but let's go back inside real quick.
That's one more reason for rainbow shrimp, actually, because those things are literally like way down at the surface level, like in the darkest of the darkness. They actually have 16 color receptors where we only have 3, 4 if you're really awesome.
That is wicked. I was reading something the other day that some people get a 4th color receptor.
Yeah, polychromids. They see another color that we just don't.
Yep. So let's see. In here, the same shower thing. Shower will turn on. I used Tenma's idea when he was in the Juggernaut for the flushing toilet. So, you know, there's that. And then you click the toilet, and then a little blue light will come on. That'll kind of flush.
Cool. Did you see the broken bidets on my build?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, one of them's a water geyser that knocks you back because there's a launcher underneath. The other one's just an oil eruption geyser. It just looks like it's raining septic all over you.
Over here is my little couch area. This is my work table, and over here I have a working flashlight. It's on a charge plate.
Oh, nice.
I mean, there's no trigger for it, obviously. You know, it doesn't. We don't even think we can trigger that small, except for the light itself. But so yeah, just a little spaceship. I wanted to make something that had some fun elements, kind of fun, smaller, something you can put on Player Studio. This will go probably in a few days. I'll put this on Player Studio.
You know what? I could see you actually putting one of the tubes on the end of this spinner here on the left. Have it kind of look like a Dremel tool.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, that would be cool. I'll have to do that. I'll make another one. Because, yeah, I'm looking for tools to hang up there. But, see, in the kitchen, just kind of standard kitchen affair. You know, you've got the replicator, old school microwave, kind of, if you need it.
Nice view of the outside from the kitchen.
Yeah, that was actually Cold Knight's suggestion, because I was going to put the kitchen over on this wall, but I had these beams hanging down. Yeah, this is really cool. Now, this is his idea as well, so I'm all about promoting the guy that I get ideas from. But open the refrigerator back up.
You know, actually last week I gave him the idea to time it when it opens and when it closes. The way he had it is it would swing all the way open and then turn on, and then it would swing all the way closed and then turn on. I was like, nah, it should work
the other way. No, but that's not it. Now open the freezer door.
Oh, no, that's not my idea. That's awesome.
Isn't that crazy with the steam or the mist coming out?
The mist coming out, and I like the use of the blue, the cobalt door there.
Yeah, because I wanted to kind of call attention to being something different, and once you got inside, and being blue like cold, whatever. But I thought that was really cool, and so if the freezer's open and you just close the main door, the whole thing will shut down. So
You should do
I
right click on the candle in here and delink it, so you can't.
Yeah, I just did. I didn't get that one. Make sure the bottom one. Yeah, bottom one's already unlinked, but
Yeah. Cool deal. That's such a nice feature to be able to unlink stuff.
oh, totally. And then I've watched a Tenma tutorial the other day on how to make a half voxel, so I finally have sinks where the water doesn't raise out. I just got a half voxel. Yeah, and I love this thing, man. I mean, this is my favorite sink I've ever made. I absolutely love it. And then over here, this is kind of, and I'm going to do this for the guns as well, but so here's the idea. When you've got a trigger inside, it turns on engines, and you've got a really cool engine, it's fun, except that you can't see it turn on, and that kind of sucks. So if you open this hatch, or open this thing here, click on the trigger, and just leave it open, that shows you the engine inside, okay, some of the internal workings. But then if we go back outside, you go first. And then come across the rail here. You'll notice this trapdoor opened up.
Oh.
And this trapdoor is so that we can turn the engine on and off from the outside. So if you go stand on the platform, and the orange area, you've seen this before, but yeah, the orange area is the best for your viewers. And then I'll go ahead and turn it on. And I added a different effect. There's the top hatches that go. The steam lasts longer now.
Cool.
And then the red light comes on after the engine ignites to give the idea that the panels are molten hot.
Punch it, Chewie. Punch it, Chewie. Yes. That's really, really nice.
And that's on a 7-second timer. And I'll shut the engine off.
That's so cool.
I'll do them on again.
I still don't know why they don't shut at the same time, but it's probably the same as the bowling pins not going down the same time.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, in this example, I actually kind of like it because, as Cold Knight brought up, it kind of gives it that human element, that element of man-made but not perfect. Regardless of how much you try, it's not 100% perfect. That there's still a flaw in the system. It gives it character. Ultimately, is what it does.
Yeah.
And so I actually kind of dig it. But the first time you saw it, I didn't have the trap doors on top and bottom. Obviously, I didn't have a lot of this stuff, but those I added to give more of a delay time with the steam coming on, because I really wanted to give a feeling of a pre-ignition, like it's kind of warming up and getting ready, and then boom,
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
So I'm going to try to figure out a couple more little fun things to do with it. I've been spending a lot of time cleaning up the nasties, and the ugly voxels. And I've got most of them cleaned up. There's some that just aren't going to get clean. But they're in areas that are pretty well hidden, so I'm not too terribly worried about it.
Gotcha. There is a couple of spots that I was thinking about that maybe could get a little extra stuff on them.
Sure.
One thing I was actually thinking is just on the top here. These actually kind of look like kind of hardpoint rail attachments. You could actually add a couple of things like here and here and here, like a couple little extra, things that actually look like they were added on as an afterthought.
Yeah, you're 100%. I mean, I'm glad you caught that because that's what they're designed for, is to be attachments. Um, you know, again, talking to Cold Knight, part of the idea of the ship, like with the railing over here, being kind of offset, is to show symmetry, but then show things that look like they were added on by the owner, in the same way that people would modify their cars. And so I'm kind of torn on this because I want to do that. I want to put something up here, maybe like a gun or something like, crates. This is maybe how he carries cargo, and chains them down. But if I'm going to put it on Player Studio, I kind of want to leave it open for other people to do their thing with it. So I'm kind of trying to balance that. I've never put anything on Player Studio before, and I don't even know if anybody buys. But
actually, the last Landmark Live, they talked about that they're going to be putting in systems where you can modify the stuff that people put up on Player Studio. They haven't really revealed all of the details yet, but it's definitely something that's in the works. So I see what you mean about not putting all of the modular stuff in and letting people do that. And I definitely agree that is most definitely the right way to go. Because the other thing you could do is make a set of different mods, different items and stuff that people could attach on the rails, and do a bunch of smaller templates of those to put up. Then do a bundled sort of thing. You can get the banana shrimp, and it's not banana shrimp. I'm just going with funny names now. It'd be like a bullet shrimp or a rainbow shrimp are the ones that I'm thinking of. Banana shrimp is I don't know where that came from. And then you can also get all of the mods and attachments at maybe like 10% more than the cost of just getting the ship itself.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. Yeah, because I didn't think about actually making attachments to sell, but that's a really good idea. Man, now I've got to rethink the whole thing. But I think you should make a ship named the Banana Shrimp.
Banana shrimp, yeah. Coconut shrimp, yeah. Oh, radio log, yes.
Oh man. Coconut shrimp. That's hilarious.
Too much fun.
But man, I'm glad you got that design cue, because that's what I was trying to go for, is to give it to like in the trailer of a semi. If you've ever been in a tractor trailer, they have those grooves running along, the metal grooves running along the bottom. And then the bottom of the ship, I tried to make it look kind of like something that could get scruffed up. It's kind of thick and like armor plated, kind of beefy.
Yeah, and I like that too. That
of course I have these. And that's just if you wanted to use it for a submarine. I figured the bottom would more often than not probably hit rock than the top,
Right. Well, it also makes it less vulnerable to sneak attack from below.
That's true, yeah. And then the wings are thicker. I mean, they actually are very thick and voxel, so we could either say that those were the ballast, or if it even really needed it in a space submarine, who knows? Or just heavy armor. And I had
well, it's
these,
also the power and systems for the weapons in the wings and wherever the ammo would be contained, or however that gets powered.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to go with that because I didn't think about where to put the ammo, but yes, you're absolutely right. That's what these are for ammo containment.
There you go.
And then these are the systems to mess with it. There's I think 2 or 8 or 4 in each wing, so you got one in the top and the bottom, and front and the back. So 8 total. They're all different to kind of keep it fun.
Why don't you fire them off? I'd like to see what they look like.
Oh yeah. Before the sun comes up.
Oh, that's cool. That's really neat. Quite awesome.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with them. I really didn't want to use a ton of emitters, but at the same time, you know, it made them cool. So yeah, it's that's my banana shrimp spaceship. But I've been wanting to make something smaller for some time now, and I'm pretty happy with it. You know, I tried to keep the rooms large so you didn't get a lot of camera clipping issues. I mean, I know this is small, but at the same time, it's like you really, your camera doesn't go anywhere because you only step in here, you know?
Right.
And the cockpit, I mean, that's not really meant to get up into. That kind of stuff I'll change out if they ever give us, you know, like some kind of emitter where that you place that gives you character positions, you know, like sitting, sleeping, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be really, I see a lot of builds that are probably going to have to be modified once we actually have the ability to put sitting in.
Yeah, and if that happens, what I'll most likely do is just move the bathroom over to this side and put this little chair thing over here.
That works.
It'll kind of screw up some of the idea of, you know, because again, initially the sink was going to go over here only because I was thinking of plumbing. You know, you've got plumbing in here and your plumbing would be here. You wouldn't really want to route it all over the place. But yeah, no, I like how it's simple, it flows easy, your camera doesn't clip a lot. I'm going to do a few details to the ceiling, especially in the middle here, because I don't like it, and I'm still going to change out the floor, decorate this more. These were just kind of placeholders. I'm not sure if I should take stuff like this thing out. You know, I like to put one of these in everything, because everybody needs to access that. You know, that's where everybody keeps the stuff they need to get to all the time.
I wonder if maybe a couple more shelves, like some books and stuff, would kind of liven the place up a little too.
Yeah, I could do some books. I'm not sure what to do with this area. I was thinking about making it like a little bar where you could like eat at, but I mean, if you look at the ship, it's really for one person. This isn't something that has a crew of 3. This is almost like a apartment / fighter / go out in space and do your own thing, and you know, you're kind of a loner, you know.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I mean that's why there's no door on the bathroom. You know, it's just one dude. He's not really worried about it.
What does this look like from below? I'm actually gonna take another peek outside real quick. So there's the kitchen.
But I can't wait for conditionals, man.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be really nice.
Well, because instead of using an area trigger for doors, we can just put them on timers, you know, instead of using 10 props to make a timer.
Yeah. Well, hopefully there'll also be a prop that is just a 1 to 0 counter.
Oh man, this thing sticks out. Well, that's got to go.
So what I'm looking at here is the idea of this undersection being kind of refitted a little bit, kind of once again the angle of asymmetry, and actually being a cargo hatch that can be accessed from below, so that stuff can kind of be, you know, pulled up from underneath and brought in. Basically, it'd be sitting in the middle of the kitchen.
Yeah. I should probably do that. I mean, Bob Dobb was out here, and he even said it the way the floor looked. It looked like a hatch.
It totally does.
Yeah, and yeah, same thing, man. It's like, because I don't really have a way of getting stuff inside, you know. My idea initially was going to be like, he just opens the door and just chucks it, just throws it on the floor, you know.
But that's not going to work for a large crate.
No, it's not. The other thing I thought of, and I'm kind of torn on this because I would have to change up some of the rear. I really like the antenna in the back, but I thought about removing this stuff and making it have like a cargo pod that he can attach to. You know, so let's say in this universe, there's a certain standardization of a cargo pod in the same way that we have, you know, containers for ships and shipping and trucks and stuff, you know.
Actually, now that I think about it, that would probably be one of those aftermarket mods. And you know the way that would work? Is that it would attach to the part up here, and then some cables or chains or whatever would kind of wrap down to here to the, you know, the point where everything's kind of held together.
Mm-hmm.
And so someone could modularly have one or both sides fitted with a cargo. But the thing is, if the bottom's going to be scraping on stuff and that's where you land, you know, you're going to crush the cargo if you can't just, you know, hover there and gently deploy it down.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of ways to mess with it. I mean, I would say, you know, have this variation and then having a an alternate variation that's more of the cargo version.
That's a really good idea, you know, instead of, because this was designed initially more as a fighter. That's why it has a giant antenna array, you know, for really being able to get all coverage of all areas of space. I mean, you got these antenna, then you got this one up here, you know, and then of course the guns on the front. And so yeah, this was really designed more of something you could go out and you know, really wreak some havoc with, but also something that has some ability to be self-sustaining in kind of deep space, not like a TIE fighter or an X-wing where they just can't go far at all, you know, because this is a much bigger craft than a TIE fighter or an X-wing, you know, not as big as like the Millennium Falcon, but it'd be somewhere in between.
Yeah, it's more on the scale of the Millennium Falcon for sure. That still definitely felt like it had a lot more like compartments and crew space, and it was really meant for a few people.
Yeah, this would be more like the Slave One, I guess, if you think about it, like Boba Fett's ship.
Yeah, you're right.
So, you know, that being said, man, I wonder if I need to make a containment area in case this is used for bounty hunting.
Yeah, well, definitely a lot to consider with this thing. It's really nice. It's a great piece of work, and I can see that there's a lot of places that it can be modified and changed in different ways for different purposes. Kylan says, Star Citizen will probably charge you about $500 for having an interior for your ship based on its pricing model. Yeah, could be.
I'm just now reading chat. Sorry I was in game. Let me see what these guys just got to say. Good coconuts.
When I look at those antennas on the back, the other thing I think about is when you need to get a better reading on the area, you kind of aim towards it and then just do a somersault and let the rear antenna kind of pick up everything they can.
Yeah, exactly. Stuff like that. I mean, using really swift tactical maneuvers, you know, going in, sweeping by like he's really got nothing to do with it, and then he's taking all the readings in the world as he's going off in the other direction, you know? So maybe this is more of like, this would be like, okay, yeah, we got a ship coming in, you know, scanning his blah, blah, blah. Well, it looks like he's got a something segment antenna. Yeah, nothing to worry about. And he goes on about his business. And then, you know, once I get safely away, I engage these guys, you know. Now I've got all your schematic. And your women's are... So, yeah, dude, man, you've given me some really good stuff to think about. You're a smart guy.
Well, thanks. I've been doing tour shows for a year now, so I'm kind of getting good at it.
But yeah, no, those are some really good suggestions, man. Because I had the intention of making a variation of the ship, but not in the way that you had described it. My idea was to reverse it like I initially said, where I'm going to make this the front up here, you know, and then I'll put like an engine back here, you know, or maybe two engines. The original front actually had two octagon shapes, so I could pull that back out and put two engines back here. And just make a different version, and that'd be a lot of fun. But that's one thing. But it would be cool to take this exact one and then modify it for this is your fighting version, this is your bounty hunting version, this is your cargo carrying version, this is your smuggler version.
I kind of like the idea of a reverse version, so you have kind of two models of the same ship, and it's like, well, I don't know if it's coming or going. I don't even know which one it is.
There you go. It just creates more confusion in the universe.
Yeah.
But then that makes everybody have suspicion of every one of these ships that they see.
As well they should. You got to be suspicious of every ship in space. Come on. So the other thing, standing here and looking at it a little bit more, you could call it the battle axe.
Battle axe, yeah, that's kind of cool.
Because you've kind of got
battle axe.
The points of the axe blades kind of on the tips here and down here, and then you've got the shaft of the axe here.
Well, you know what I might do, and I write this stuff down. So if I use the name, I was talking the other day, and I was going to submit this on the forums. I really wish we had small text. I mean, like Minecraft, where you can make a little sign, because I need to put a plaque on here somewhere that pays homage to Riel for coming up with the name. And then the battle axe thing that you're talking about, what I could do is, on a variation of the ship, one of the things I was going to do in making this one is that the wings weren't cut off like they are right now. I actually had the tip point come out on both ends. That could be the battle axe.
There you go. Yeah.
And so, man, this is kind of fun. I'm getting really excited now. Because it's now the question is it going to be, what am I going to build next? The question is going to be, which one am I going to build next? Which one am I going to modify? Because I had a lot of fun modifying the Juggernaut, and once they get the ore someday, I'll pull out the Dreadnought so people can see both of them side by side. But yeah, this will be fun because it's smaller. But part of the idea in this was that if someone did want to buy it, for one thing, I want it to be clean. I don't know how Player Studio works and replacing voxels and all that, but I'm hoping they place it the way that I built it, and then
I think you can
clean.
paint voxels right now, at least.
Yeah, you can paint at least, but it's just I'm kind of like, I'm kind of like Tenma in that, and probably a lot of people that are just picky about ugly voxels. They really annoy the heck out of me, especially if you've got the chest light on and it lights up everything. But I wanted to have a clean-looking build, something that's smaller in voxel count so they don't have to spend days and days farming, something that doesn't use a ton of emitters, but that uses what emitters it does have in a fun way, which I'm kind of torn on the guns because of that, because they use 3 emitters in each one, and I'd really like to scale that down to just 1 each, and so I might try some light orbs or something instead, but I don't know. I like the effect it gets, so, and I'm torn on that, but I wanted to make it essentially something that wouldn't be overly difficult to achieve, whereas the big ship in the background, I mean, it's got over 1,200 props, a ton of emitters, and a ton of, it's, 280 something thousand iron alone, 80,000 glass, 70,000, yeah. That ship is, it's a lot. I think this one's around 45,000 voxels. I do have a lot of props in this, which kind of sucks. I've got about 560 props in this right now.
It doesn't suck, it's just a challenge.
Yeah, but I think they're necessary. Like if you look at the engine, one of my favorite things, excuse me, look, if you can try to get around to actually the back of it and look inside. If you look on top of this, the prop right in the middle, you'll see I've got the little the other eight of the other little props embedded, so you see the 8 lights coming around. But then the top part sticks up, and where the top part sticks up is where the levers come in and engage with. So it looks like contact points.
I see.
You know, and I decorated this out a little bit more on the inside and cleaned it up. Notched out the metal panel there so you can kind of see a little bit through the other side. Threw a smelting forge in there just because it looks cool. You know, and something like that I might take out. I don't know if people want to, you know, put that much resource or that many resources into something that you don't even see. But the sound is kind of nice as well.
Yeah, you know, actually, now that you mention it, I'm wondering what the what more can you do with this once we actually get sound emitters and the ability to place sounds and stuff in it too.
Oh man, I can't. Yeah, when we get an explosion sound, oh jeez, I'm gonna lose it. Because yeah, when this thing goes off, especially when you hit the turbo booster, afterburner, whatever you want to call it, you know, I just want to hear a nasty boom go off there. And then a nice little whirring sound for the engine, you know. So it's going to be exciting, man. An extremely exciting year this year and next year for Landmark and EQN. I'm definitely going to do my best to go to SOE Live this year.
Awesome.
I think this will be the year to go, so.
You know, you could probably see about, like, you and some of the other, you know, awesome sci-fi builders, linking triggering masters. I don't know what things are going to be looking like at that point, but doing a panel at SOE Live would probably be really helpful.
Yeah, that's true. You could get with, I don't know who I was going to go, but yeah, get with,
Pretty sure Tentma's going to go again.
Who is?
I'm pretty sure Tenma's going to go again. He's got a whole bunch of those shiny Tenma stickers I'm sure he wants to get through again.
Yeah, I was thinking about printing up shirts or stickers or something, but you know, I'm not sure what I want to do yet. I don't want to. I don't want people to completely associate me with the ship in the background. I don't want that to be me. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't want to be a one-hit wonder. So I need to continue to try to create fun and new stuff. And the thing that's hard about the one in the background is that there's something that's just fun about big builds, you know, or larger builds. But it takes a lot of work to put, not just in resources, but in time to decorate stuff like that out, because that thing's not even complete. I still need to add the jail in there, the brig, you know, I still want to mess with the life support area, and to me that's just very basic. A lot of texturing, you know, yeah, there's a lot I really need to do with that, but because I don't want it to be defining me, you know, or be the thing that I'm defined by, or the only thing I'm known for, oh yeah, he's got that one thing. That's why I went and built this one, and I'm really happy with it. I mean, I absolutely love this thing. You know, it's small, but it's I think it's fun. It's got a lot of fun stuff and some cool details, and you know, not just a box or something.
Yeah, for sure.
But the one complaint I have is I really wish that pitch black louvers were pitch black and not brown. What's up with that?
Yeah. There's some stuff that's still off.
But man, I'm definitely gonna have to do your idea now with the was it the battle axe?
Battle axe, I think, was the last one I went with.
Okay, let me write that down.
Battle axe, the bullet shrimp, the lobster.
The bullet shrimp. That just cracks me up. Oh man.
Well, as somebody said earlier in chat, if you try to put one of those in your fish tank, you're going to have a shattered fish tank very quickly.
That's interesting, man. I'm definitely gonna have to do some research on those. That's just crazy.
Yeah, they're awesome creatures. Alright, so I need to take a screenshot of this place before I move on.
Yeah, sorry, I was writing down, taking notes, bullet shrimp and stuff to look up and study once you're when you're gone.
Cool. Well, I'm going to use this tree here to get some height. I'll be back.
Let me get out of the way.
I suppose I could have just used the sword. Alright, let's see how that turned out.
Oh, and hey, really quick, I know a lot of people were having problems with Twitter. I'm not having a problem in-game. Did you try clearing your cache and stuff?
No, I haven't tried clearing my cache yet. It was working fine earlier. It was maybe about an hour and 45 minutes in when it stopped working, and hasn't since, so I'll try clearing my cache.
I'm going to try doing it right now. What's your Twitter name?
At Legendary Neuro.
Yeah, it said it succeeded. Let me see if it went through.
Yeah, for me, it's...
Yeah, mine worked.
It's not even linked up anymore is the problem. It's unlinked my account, and the browser's broken, so I can't relink it.
Huh.
Oh, whoops, I don't think I was broadcasting when I said that.
Stingray. I like that.
Yeah, I was thinking Stingray, but then when I looked at the, where the guns are at, that kind of breaks the Stingray a little bit, because they're kind of more rounded towards the front and almost more of like a flat lobey shape, like a big broad leaf. Not...
Did you say flat booty shape?
Lobe, like the frontal lobe. A flat booby shape. Yes, no, not that one. I guess that too, but...
Flat booby shape. Oh, man. Yeah, Cold Knight was saying that he thought it actually looked like a mantis from the front. He said if the top-down view or something, the head or something, maybe the front. Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's a cool sounding name. So.
See, we got a devilfish and a horseshoe crab now. You folks are hilarious.
The name of the class and the name of the ship can be different things. Oh, man.
Alright, I'm gonna pop over and see Ogre Snot's Kowtar, because I have not seen that yet, and I'm quite interested. And then I think we'll finish up over on Bob Dobbs' ship, because that was looking pretty awesome.
D-Man, you should totally make a ship, man. I think everybody should make a spaceship, and here's why. It's, make sure you guys can hear me. The thing that's beautiful about spaceships is that, first of all, there's no rules defining what a spaceship is. I mean, Star Trek did it with a cube in the Borg, right? And, we don't have wheels in game. We don't have things that spin in game, so it's hard to make vehicles, anything that rolls on the ground. It's hard to do boats because if you go to the under part, well, then you're flooded with water because we don't have air voxels. So when it comes to mechanical machines, a lot of things just really won't work right now in game. But spaceships, you can do them all day long. and the sky's the limit. So it really gives you the freedom to express yourself in whatever way you want to, with no real limitations. The very few props that we have work in thousands of ways, and they're just really fun. Everybody likes robots. Everybody likes spaceships. We're all fascinated with the future and future stuff. So I highly suggest it, man. They're fun to build. They're fun to show off, and they're fun to visit. I love seeing other spaceships. I was at like 7 or 8 claims this morning looking at stuff. So totally, man. Do it.
Dude, you're absolutely right that people do like robots. I actually had the joy yesterday of looking up the Japanese Spider-Man from 1978 that apparently has a giant robot leopardon that he calls and uses for stuff. So it's like, you know, even Spider-Man had a giant robot. It's hilarious.
Yeah. I've actually got that toy, Leopoldon, Spider-Man and Leopoldon, I think. And there's a line of die-cast mecha from Bandai called Soul of Chogokin. And Chogokin, I believe, stands for Super Metal Alloy. And look up Mazinger Z, Great Mazinger, Mazen Kaiser, Daimos, Guy King, Voltus, Dan Kuga, Giant Robo. The list goes on and on. There's so much old school mecha. Stuff that came. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, actually, one of the first things going way back that people started messing with was making mechs. I remember Felgon and a few other people had a mech throwdown.
That's cool. I wish I'd have been. I mean, I signed up for Alpha before the game came out, but I never got the invite, so I eventually bought in. But I've wanted to do mecha, and I was looking at some ideas this morning, but my biggest issue right now, and I think it was, who was it, man? It was someone we were talking to around New Year's Eve, but they were saying that, or I should back up. My issue with mecha is that they look best when they're in a pose, when they're in a form, and it's easy to do biomorphic shapes and poses in game, but it's hard to do angled, structured poses in game with the way voxels work, unless they're really, really thick. And so they were suggesting what you can do is simply put the mech in a very basic stand-up, straight-up pose inside of a hangar being worked on. And I think that's a great idea. Because that's if it was in a hangar being worked on, being repaired, being built, it'd be in that state.
Yeah, parts dangling straight down is a lot easier with the 90-degree angles and stuff, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool deal. All right. I'm going to go check out the Kautar, and then we're going to head back to Bob Dobbs' ship here. So, awesome
hanging
his ship
out. Yeah, totally, man. I love talking to you. Make sure when you get to Bob Dobbs that you look for the teleporters, because it makes it easier to navigate throughout his ship.
Sounds good.
Cool. Thanks for coming by, man.
For sure. You know what? We should see about getting you on live feature at one of these days. We'll talk about that after the show.
Okay, cool. Just whatever.
Sounds good. Right. So, all right. Let's check out Ogre Snot statues. Mash spacebar, see if it'll catch us. Still waiting for everything to load. Still might not have all loaded in yet. Maybe it has. Nope. Still loading. Even though I've got half my health meter. Thank you. This doesn't make any sense. Why does it have boobs and an udder? That doesn't make any sense at all. What the hell is wrong with you? Where are the reproductive organs? What the fuck is this? That's hilarious. What? Oh man, yeah, that's nuts. The altar of milk. What the hell? Oh man. Laudari, are you do you have a system that can run it and you just don't have access, or what's going on? Because I could send you a 7-day beta key. I shouldn't say what that looks like to me, but I'm going to. It looks like some sort of weird cow furry getting eaten out by Krang. Ugh, what the hell? See you later, Fazicus. It's fucked up. Alright. Let's move on. One last more dignified build for the night here. It's so weird. Ogre Snot, you're nuts. Actually, before I go, anybody who hasn't seen the giant auroch, it is awesome. I've shown it off a few times. I'm gonna show it one more time. It's just really nice. Lodara, the first one you can get is going to the landmarkgame.com website, the actual Landmark Game website, and do a /Yogscast on it. And that'll get you access to the 7-day Yogscast beta keys. Everybody can claim one. It claims directly to your account. It doesn't give you a key that you redeem. So that'll be the easiest way to get your first 7 days. And, get in and try it out, check it out. If you like it, I mean, there's always, you can spend $20 to get the one of the Founders Packs. Though, on the 1-year anniversary episodes of both Live Feature Rant and Content and Creations, formerly Castles and Crap Shacks, I'll be doing giveaways, Trailblazer packs for each. So we're gonna head to Bob Dobbs' ship. Bob's big ship. That's the one. Yeah, Lodari, it's not too bad. $20 and it gets you the basic Founders Pack. You could spend 60 or 100 to get bigger ones, or I don't know that it's gonna happen again, but they might do one more 66% off Landmark Steam sale. So, anybody who doesn't know about the Evercast show, that is where we're going to be heading after this. Evercast show is a show that's been running for about 1.5 years now, actually. Yeah, D-Man, it's pretty hilarious. Oh, after the show, D-Man, I'll come by your place and drop that bunker if I've got the all the resources still. I'm pretty sure I do. And that way you can get started. Yeah, pirate oil. No room yet? Okay, we'll figure it out. You little reindeer. Alright. Bob to the Dob. Bobbin for Dobbins. Looks like it's just water intersecting there, like some offset water. Just got the kind of Z clipping going on. Very cool. Windows on the outside. There's a very nice modern sci-fi bubbly kind of look to it. Kind of reminds me of like Mass Effect a little bit. I really like these panels. I'm not sure if these are like solar panels or deflectors or like little bicycle reflector things so people can see the ship from the distance and not run into it. Whatever the case, it looks really, really cool. And it looks damn technical to actually execute too. So very much props on that. That engine system looks pretty cool. Big fat tubes for the fuel and air and everything to get run through. I'll kind of attach up in the back there. I could see them maybe getting a little bit more attachment points. It just feels like they're a little too floaty and not fully fully connected to the ship. It's like the main connection points are the fuel line and these rear connectors. Seems like it needs maybe just a little bit more to hold it together, right? Or you can tell me to shut up. I don't know. That's just my opinion on it. I like that this one was fired and you can see it going. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Ogre Snot. That's a good point. Oh, that looks so cool. I like these. It almost looks like vents on the sides just because it's got that angled look to it. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So I believe there's a teleporter somewhere that will lead me in. Alright. Inside the ship. Whoops. Whoops. So, got glass all underneath and throughout. You can see outside the ship really nicely, which looks cool. Almost makes it seem more like a commercial ship rather than a any sort of a combat ship, like a commercial transport. You got some plants and gardeny things, like I don't know. It wouldn't be a hydroponic. It would be maybe it would be kind of a hydroponic setup going on here. Because the roots are just being exposed to the water, so they have surface area with the water and the nutrients. I like these windows. I still think maybe a cleaner, straighter glass might work a little bit better, but we don't have that quite yet, other than the props, and the prop glass I believe is way more expensive to craft and work with. Nice windows. So it's very spacious. I can see it's got a lot of room that people can do a lot of stuff with it. That's kind of a weird little spot created there. But this, I'm guessing, is the front of it. Considering the thrusters are more towards the other side. What? That looks really cool. A watery grid. That's a neat, like a little VR deck or something. Yeah, you get materials from gathering, just harvesting them straight out of the world, or killing creatures, or opening treasure chests, or just getting them from other people. Or if you really, really, really need them really badly, and you just don't want to wait, you can buy a lot of the materials with station cash too. And any purchases and code entries made will transfer over when the open beta wipe occurs, which... no idea when that's going to be, but it's it'll probably be in the next few months. And that'll be the last wipe going into open beta. The only time they wiped before that was going into closed beta from alpha. Pretty cool ship here. Pretty cool ship indeed. Did I see everything? I saw that. Saw these rings. We saw the what this looked like from the inside. That was that walkway we were going through. Very cool. Really nicely designed. Like I said, the only thing that I feel weird about with it is the thrusters seem like they need to be a little bit more attached. But now that I see this stuff here, maybe I'm mistaken. They don't quite look like they're just kind of floating off of one another, but a little bit more reinforced here, which is good. Because you don't want your thrusters to go forward and the rest of the ship to stay put. That's never a good thing. Looks nice. Good use of the different metals to give a very reasonable sci-fi look to it. While we're here, what's this? This is pretty cool. This almost looks like part of an airport or something. It's pretty cool. I don't know what's going to be done with this, but I like it. Alright, so we're going to take a screenshot. And then I think we'll have to find one last place here. One last final place to check out. Yeah. Should probably get above in the middle. It's too big to take one screenshot and get everything. Parfy 3C, not only have I visited Knobwinkle's Ogre Dock, I actually gave multiple visits during the Ogre contest. Gave a lot of feedback. I'm really happy with how that place turned out. It is awesome. Knobwinkle did a fantastic job with it. And I took a beautiful screenshot a couple of weeks ago. Okay, and this is Bob Dobb's ship. Very cool. Cool. All right. I kind of want to see what this is real quick. I can see like Shatari and Cold Knight and Oil and some other folks. Bob Dobb has definitely got a lot of amazing sci-fi stuff going. So this will probably be a quick screenshot and a little detail, and we'll wrap it up. And move on to the Evercast show. It is a pretty amazing build, Lord Underneath. So much detail. Not only so much detail, he even has some homage to Dark Wars ship in there. Wow, okay, this is much bigger than I thought a quick screenshot would be fine for. Nice. So we got some little transport ship things here. Is that what this is? Maybe not. It's just a loading dock. No, it's a transport device. Looks like we got some sort of aquatic transport. You can get up into it here. Yeah. We have another sort of thing here, like a tractor wheeled sort of cargo transport. Once again, this one's more land based, that one's water based over there. It's pretty cool. No, D-Man, they're not putting Taurens in EverQuest next. I'm sure they've already considered the amount of haterade they're going to get from all the people who acknowledge the existence of WoW. Oh, you just ripped off WoW. Oh, look. SOE can't do anything creative on their own. They put cow people in the game. Oh. And they don't need to deal with that. So I don't think they're going to do it. And if there were cow people, I mean, okay, they'll do Meat Beasts. Meat Beasts is a different sort of situation. Ladare, because there's Taurens in WoW, and EverQuest came before World of Warcraft, so people would be, you know, saying, oh, well, the tables have turned, and SOE is ripping off WoW now. It's a Kowtar. Yeah, I know. People don't care. Also, I really don't think that thing works. I could see that statue being used as, like, some sort of goddess of fertility and milk production, but it's a little weird, you see. You're right, Ladari. They do. People find excuses to complain about stuff. Whoops. That's true, Ladari. Cool deal. It's a pretty awesome build. Honestly, D-Man, Clarity, this is the sort of build I would see you making, something big and tall and like detailed and spacious like this. This is totally your style. You and Bob Dog would probably do good together, doing some sort of a collaborative build. Oh, I like the shadows that are cast down there. That's so cool. All right. All right. We are going to go to the Evercast show. Thank you all very much for coming to today's episode. Ooh, got a little scotch left. Thank you all for coming to today's episode of Content and Creations. I know it got a little weird and a little salty, and and then it got weird again with the cow tar. But we also got a lot of awesome stuff, and of course, getting to chat with Oil there for a while there. Good times, good times. So, that is it. I am going to sign off for now and bring this party over to the next place. See you later.